Welcome back to Racing Stripes TV. I'm the Zebra 94, joined by Well Shown once again. This is the second race of our tonight's doubleheader for Flat Out Racing Season 13. But round 23 of 24. Next week will be a 100% race at Spa de Francorchamps. That's going to be a long race. I commented a 100% race at Monaco for these guys, and let's just say I did not want to talk anymore for the rest of the day after that. So, Well Shown once again, man, is going to have you in the booth with me. It's really puts a strain, really lessens the strain on my throat and my vocal cords. So appreciate you, man. Oh, he went away, so he'll be back in just a bit. So I'm really talking to no one. Haha. Don't worry. I do that quite a bit. So we're waiting. It looks like that TARDIS left the lobby, so I think he's setting up a new one. Yes, he is. So just stay tuned, guys, and yeah, be right back.
I am back.
Welcome back. Just give you a heads up, we're live right now and we're just waiting on, looks like a new invite from TARDIS, so we're gonna go mute for 1 second until we get this thing up underway.
Yep, I'll go mute as well.
And welcome back. Short qualifying is just about to go underway. I'm the Zebra 94 with Well Shown in the booth with me for round 23 of 24 of season 13 for Flat Out Racing. We're at Bahrain Short for the Bahrain Short Grand Prix, 50% distance around here. And it's going to be a fun night. It's a fun night over at the U.S. Short Grand Prix. It was messy. Everyone at least got one penalty, but this race is going to be a lot cleaner. Well, Sean, if you can shed some light on the Bahrain Short circuit, we are missing quite a bit of significant corners. So do you think you can just kind of tell us what this track entails?
I'm not that great. I've only ever drove Bahrain Short once. I know is it under a minute? I'm sure it's under a minute.
Yeah, it's a very fast track. I do know that where the short part comes in is right after turn one, and then the rest of the track is exactly the same. So
yeah,
it's gonna be weird, but it's gonna be heavy on the rear tires as Bahrain normally is, especially going through that uphill S section. So it's gonna be interesting to see who qualifies where and ultimately who finishes where.
And just to clarify on that USA race, I've just spoke to Northants, and that was his first race for Flat Out Racing, which is really good. A lot of penalties. I think Dengasis would have had him if he didn't damage his front wing. He'd be looking to change that now.
Oh, absolutely. So while we were waiting and during the little break that we had, I decided to do some live points updates, and the points look like this. So Richmond has 806 points, Dono next door has 776 points, Stevo has 765 points, and Den Artist actually jumped in Nell in points for 743 to 742. And that is your top 5.
I think it's going to be hard now for Dino to pull back that 30-point lead. 2 races to go against Richmond. Richmond just needs one good race out of the 2, as Goins left the session.
So as long as he gets back, he will be starting back. And actually, it looks like Northants getting past his teammate Richmond on kind of that back stretch. Richmond letting him slow down. So yeah, definitely congrats to Northants for winning his career first win. And what a track too. US Short, just Coda Short. Very technical and very annoying track, to say the least.
It was a very good track.
We're seeing a bunch of cars start their qualifying runs.
So we're going to turn 1, 3rd gear. There's probably, well, I don't know, can't watch anybody doing a lap right now. Who's doing a lap? We'll go with Crowman. Oh no, he's just finishing a lap. It's hard to keep track.
We're going to see if he will continue. Crowman's in a fast time, 1 minute, 0.643. Oh, and Goins' power just went out.
No.
Oh, I feel you there, man.
Not what you want when you're just starting a race.
Now on board with Crowman, and yeah, so after turn 3, yeah, you cut to the right and you go down the backstretch. So you skip a big chunk of this track. So yeah, only a minute long. We may even see 58, not 58 seconds. Well, we could see 58 seconds. You never know.
I'm on board with Deadly Jason. I can talk for a lap. First corner, 3rd gear. You just chose 3rd gear for that hard right where you'd normally go for like a smooth right-hander, which I would have done in 2nd. This corner, 5th gear. At least go, well, I don't know what you were doing then. Can't find a car on the track to do a proper lap with.
I mean, the most important thing, as long as the viewers know what the first part of the track looks like, the rest of it is just the same as Bahrain.
Yeah.
It's just take out like turns 4 through what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, just take out like 4 or 5 corners, and everything else is exactly the same.
they've took out probably the best corner on the track, which is the downhill hard left, coming into the second DRS zone. I love that corner.
I absolutely hate that corner. That is the bane of my existence. Like, I do not like it one bit.
So, as we thought, it's like a minute-long track. I reckon it's going to probably be faster than that at the end. Maybe very high 59s, just depending on people's lap times, but I think they can get into the 59s, unless it's a bit like Brands Hatch when you're like, can we get 59s, can we get 59s? But we'll see.
Tambo sitting a 1 minute .86. He does go a little bit faster, moves him up into 6th position, but where's Dino at? Dino going into the pits, and we have a lot of people going into the pits right now.
As Richmond runs wide. On board Richmond to see if he can. He's half a second up on his time. That's going to put him not ahead of Dino as he runs wide again.
Ghosting right now. Looks like he's going.
Moved him up to P10.
Yeah, North Ants is going to go into the pits. It looks like. Yeah, looks like he didn't have that great of a run, or he meant to pit but completely forgot.
Crowman's gonna start a lap in a minute.
Richmond up 3/10 now. I was gonna see him up in the 1 minute .7s.
Has he got the fuel? He looks like he's backed off a little bit. He's only 10th up now.
Now he's down on his time, 100 or .018 seconds down. Still behind Dino.
He's going to go in the pits as he is. No, he's not. He's going to start another lap.
And he goes a 1 minute .779. We'll put him in the top 5.
The Delta was lying to us.
And Dino is still in the pits. Looks like he's waiting for his time to shine.
Oh, it's Crowman that almost loses the back end into the wall.
I've done that multiple times.
Yeah, it's not the worst track. It's, you know, you can get away with a lot. There's not many corners you can cut, but after the second DRS zone, you can go wide and probably, well, 9 times out of 10 you lose the back end, or you'll just be slow. That's what people are going to watch out for. As
Crowman
goes first
with a 1 minute .410 as he pulls off to the side and lets the Sierra Force India go by, so good job on him. He's just looking to get back into the pits. Now we're focusing on Coley.
Coming to finish a lap, or is no, that's the start of a lap.
Yeah. So 3.5 minutes to go here in short qualifying. I'm actually surprised they don't even make this shorter, given, you know, for the short tracks.
Yeah.
It's taking like 5 minutes or something like that. 6. 12 minutes, too long.
So Matty Shaw looking to improve on a 101.2. He's on an out lap. Northant's coming out on an out lap.
So earlier in the year, I commentated on a classic race here with one of the Ferraris, one of the 2000 Ferraris. I can't remember which one it was. But it was absolutely insane. So we're hoping to see the same type of close battles throughout all the race. So it's going to be really fun to watch, as we're still watching the Ferrari of Coley make his way through. He's on the front stretch and he goes into the pits.
So what's interesting about Bahrain is that even though the dirty air is on here, it's not as powerful as a lot of tracks, as Matty Shaw just runs wide. You can follow cars through here without problem, especially with the 3 straights. If you lose a little bit of time, you've got 3 straights to make it back up. But obviously, if you get a slipstream glitch, then that kind of takes it away, and DRS is not that effective.
Right.
Let's hope they fix that for 2018 game.
Hopefully they fix a lot of stuff for the 2018 game. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Be cool. But I mean, we'll see. It's coming out soon. I don't really expect
it comes up the line.
I don't expect
improve.
Fixes to be immediate.
Yeah, they usually stop after about 5 months making the game, really.
I mean, I expect it when it comes out to be rather buggy, because that's how games are nowadays. They just, like, super buggy, then a huge, like, 5 gigabyte patch comes out. Like, we fixed the game. Yeah. It's like, well, you should have had a game running up in the first place.
Yeah.
Yellow in Sector 1, 1 minute left, so expect to see some drivers going to start dropping out. Croman on his outlap. Tambo goes 5/100ths faster, but still sees himself in 9th place. Dino has actually moved up to P4, kind of snuck up there.
I was just about to go to Dino. He's up again, 2.5. No, now it's telling me plus. I can never tell on the steering wheel delta, it doesn't.
Going up the uphill S's. Powering out. Let's see what time he's going to get. It's going to be close. He's looking to get improve. Maybe he can get a 1:06, maybe.
Hopefully, we want it to be a close. The next race on Monday, we want it to be close. We want him to be able to.
And he does. He does get a 1:06. He finishes.
Keep an eye on Richmond.
Tambo going second fastest. Wow, that's a surprise.
Richmond's not going to make it to the line. He's got 8 seconds and he's not on the home straight. He's not going to make it, so that's going to put him down in P9, and there's people still to finish their laps. As Dengatis goes P1 with
1 minute, 0.3, yeah. I know, yeah, I keep on saying like 106, like that's not right. Yeah, drivers are dropping out, so Going Z unable to make it because his power went out.
So that's his race over with. He's going to drop points as there's a rent off the track, and that's Deadly Jason. Deadly Jason looks like in these 2 races he's not very good at short tracks.
Deadly Jason looks like he's one of those drivers that has a lot of room for growth. He really hasn't been the best driver, but then again, it could have been his, he's probably just a rookie driver, maybe his first league or something. Croman with a 1:02. 3/8 again, but let's see if he can go even faster. Tambo starting 4th. That is a big finish as Coley goes 5th.
Does it look like Richmond's on a lap?
I think he is.
I don't know if that's true.
Counted it. It looks like he does. He goes 1:05. And so that moves him ahead of Dino.
That's confusing to me. Go to Deadly Jason, who's pitting, so he needs to retire. Otherwise, we're going to be waiting at least 10 minutes.
So waiting on Vince Tor and Jason to hit that retire button. And just tough break for Going Z. I mean, yeah, power hour just suck, man.
Yeah.
I feel you. But thank you for joining us here tonight. It's going to be fast and intense, so if you don't mind just sticking around just for another 5 minutes, maybe the opening laps can really kind of draw you in. It's going to be real quick and real fast, so hit that subscribe button, like this video, follow us on Twitter at TheZebra94, and what was yours? Welsh 192?
92, yeah.
And that's
so Welsh 1 as in letters, and then 92 in numbers.
Yep. So, oh man, I just can't wait for it as waiting on Torin. There we go, Jason hitting the retire and waiting on Vince to do so. But we got 10 seconds. So I'll probably just wait for it to count down regardless.
Have a drink of water. It's warm today.
Okay. All right, and so here's your starting order for the Bahrain Short Grand Prix. Krillman starting on pole with Den Artis in second place, Northants third, Tambo fourth, Richmond fifth, Coley sixth, Dino seventh, Stevo in eighth, Matty Shaw ninth, Tardis 10th, Anel 11th, Vince Torr, he starts 12th in the Mercedes, Full Air 13th, Deadly 14th. So we only have 14 drivers going. Z couldn't make it. I'm ready. I got my apple pie and custard. Awesome.
Let's hope there's not as much contact as there was in the last race.
I think going into
close racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
First corner's always a bad one.
Especially in this short layout.
In the first corner.
Oh yeah, especially in the short layout. It's gonna be really weird.
What people need to realise is the race doesn't get won on the first lap, but you can sure as hell lose it.
Absolutely. 100% agree with you.
Dino's going to probably want to really challenge Richmond. He needs to be ahead of him, maybe 2 places ahead of him, so he's going to hope that Richmond has a massive crash. But I can't see that happening.
With how these points are labelled, if Richmond crashes out, you know, Dino could ultimately take the lead over if he finishes better than...
Top 4, maybe?
If he finishes 7th or better.
Yeah. So here we go.
5 red lights for the Bahrain Short Grand Prix. And away we go. And we got... Oh my... Okay.
I thought that was someone that didn't move off the line.
We had floating objects on my screen. That was really weird. Croman leading the group of cars into turn 1. There's the artist kind of leading as well, but then side by side Northants, Tambo, they're battling it out. Then we see a little shuffle of Richmond and Coley kind of battling. We see this Air Force India driver go off as they go on to the stretch there where the second DRS zone will be located. Northants up in 3rd position. Richmond down.
As we got migrating hosts.
Matty Shaw has left.
Oh no, what's happened? So I hope that doesn't affect the lobby.
And I hope that doesn't affect the slipstream, because if that's the case, then it's done and over with. And Stevo really kind of driving it in there as we have the 2 Fobbers and the 2 Air Force India drivers right next to each other. Dino up in 6th place, and Richmond just in front of him as we go on board with Dino. Richmond right behind Coley.
On both of them if he can. He needs to stay in that slipstream. Get back in that slipstream.
Almost the slipstream just isn't a thing.
It doesn't look like it from Richmond's point of view. He's going to go for it. He's going to... Oh, that was almost contact, which they do make contact. Steve-O's going to look around the outside of Richmond, but doesn't have enough grip. He's going around the outside. Oh.
So beautiful.
Steve-O was close to losing his front wing there.
Almost, yeah, but beautiful Ricardo-esque turn 1 dive bomb to get that top 5 position. This is what Dino needs. He needs a strong finish in front of Richmond.
Oh, Tambo goes off and there's another car off. That was even Northants.
Yeah, that's going to be Northants. So Tambo is out of the race.
Winning the race. After winning the race, he's down in 10th with no front wing. Dino's right on the back of Cully. Remember, these laps go around fast. This race will be over in about 29 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit longer because of pit stops. But yeah, around 29, 30 minutes for sure. So yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be fast and furious.
Dino's looking for the inside line. Is he going to make another dive bomb? And he does. As Cully just locks up. Oh, that was a little bit of contact. Richmond's going to maybe. Yeah, there's no move through there. If that was on the normal track.
Absolutely not. Coley still graciously holding on to P3, but there you see up in 1st and 2nd, Croman and Den just took off while while everyone was squabbling for position. But you know, that's what happens.
It's enabled now. I think the slipstream is gone. So DRS is not
Oh,
going to
Coley
be...
running outside, getting a little bit of a bump. And Coley now shuffles down to 5th place, but Dino...
Richmond's going to make a massive move on Dino.
Not yet. He's going to make a move on the front stretch, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be...
Romance says the fastest lap.
You see Dino kind of slowly moving on the inside. And there he goes. He makes his one move.
Oh, there was almost contact. Richmond made that move late. As Dino did not have the traction to keep that line. Steve-O's pulling, reeling them in at the same time.
But now Dino's going to have DRS, I believe. No DRS on this back stretch. So never mind, only one DRS down here too. So, yeah, Richmond just easily passed Dino all around the outside in turn 1 without a problem.
If Richmond finishes ahead of Dino now, I think this is championship over for Dino. Unless Dino wins the next race and Richmond crashes, which is going to be a long stretch to do that.
I mean, next week is the last race of the season. It's a 100% race at Spa, so you never know. So a driver can lose up El Rouge and have it be over. So Croman pulling away from Den. Richmond trying to get rid of the...
Mighty show as Dino's hit the back of Richmond.
But no front wing damage, it looks like, from what I can see on his onboard. Richmond locking up the tires, going a little bit wide. Dino having a tighter line through.
There is DRS, but he's not using it. I just heard the bleep in my ear. He's not using it.
Weird.
Unless he's saving it for the main straight, I'm not sure. It's a hard move to overtake into that corner as these run wide. So, field's pretty spread out now. Anel is not too far behind. And Steve-O isn't too far behind, but the rest seem to be spread out.
Yeah, like you said in qualifying, this track runs wide. It's the track itself, and there's plenty of runoff as well. So, you know, there's going to be very little mistakes, I'm sure. So, I mean, but at least we have a nice little train going on for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yeah, Richmond looks like he's pulling away slightly each lap. Dino gets a massive slide going into that corner. What was interesting on the first lap, there was 6 corners, 6 drivers side by side into the first corner. I wonder if Matty Shaw was involved in that and kind of just got fed up and left. That's Tamble. Did Tamble retire early?
Yes, he did. He got caught with North Ants, remember? And
oh yeah.
I mean, that's the problem you have with running 2 short tracks, 50% races or 50% distance back to back, is that you already have people kind of pissed off about the first race, and then you go straight into a second race, and people are just like, I guess I'll race, and then something happens, and there's like, all right, I'm done. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. Like, I'm done.
As Anel's on the back of Steve-O. As Steve-O's on the back of Dino, is Anel going to try and make a dive bomb? No, too far back. Dino's falling away now. What's interesting is Steve-O should be playing the second driver here, holding Anel off, letting Dino pull away, but it doesn't look that way.
I mean, there could be maybe a tactic that Dino can let Steve-O through, knowing that Steve-O's faster than him and Richmond, hold Richmond up and let Dino take the position later on. So it could be a little bit of team tactics like that. And you know, reading in the league chat, you know, Steve-O is dedicated to his teammate, which is awesome. You know, he votes for him. He votes for him
on lap 8. And here comes Steve-O to pit. He's going to try and get the undercut on Richmond. It'll be interesting to see what tyres he goes on. It's pretty early to pit.
It's probably going to go on the softs. On board with Steve-O, going into the pits, all the way down at the end. Medium
tyres going on. He's going to go to the end. I don't know how he's going to manage on mediums. They are pretty good tyre on this track, but softs are just so much faster. As he's battling with nobody because Matty Shaw's car's not there.
But
and now
Anel's
right
catching
on the
up.
back of Dino.
Yeah, catching up. So, you know, Anel's not going to lay off the throttle. He's going to try to get that position, and that's going to only hamper Dino even more. It's full air, getting a 3-second time penalty.
Dino needs to pit now.
Absolutely. Let's see if Richmond goes into the pit.
Is Richmond going to pit?
He does not. Nope.
Dino needs to pit and get some clean air because this is not helping him.
So where
he's going to have to defend now.
So Steve-O's out. He's out by himself, so he's actually running in clean air. While Richmond also is running clean air, but he also has as the car is really pushing as full air goes into the pits.
Yeah, and he's on old super softs. Old super softs to new mediums, only 8-lap old super softs. It's not going to be that much, but as you said, Richmond's got to concentrate on Dino behind, and Steve-O hasn't got to concentrate really on anybody.
Yeah, and I think Steve-O's...
Here comes...
looking on the inside, but laying off the throttle.
Dino's running wide. He's going to get the move up the inside. Dino needs to brake later than Anel.
No.
That's moved on for Anel.
Dino's going to head into the pit.
Go straight to the pits. He's
nope, he's going to stay out a little bit longer.
But you look at the lead Richmond's getting on these now. Steve-O's closing in on the TARDIS quite fast.
So far, 4 drivers have decided to pit. We only have 12 active drivers racing. Matty Shaw and Campbell have both retired. So, 12 drivers left.
As the TARDIS pits, that releases Steve-O again. Steve-O's going to jump Richmond. I think it's going to be close between Richmond, but he's going to jump everybody else.
Yeah, it's going to be close because he was about a little over a second down from Richmond, so it's going to be a drag race going into turn 1 coming out of the pits. So Den going into the pits, Richmond going into the pits. Will Dino answer? Richmond with a 5-second stop and go penalty.
Steve-O. Oh, now Dino needs to get in the pits.
Yes, he does. Dino, if you can hear us,
let's see where Steve-O comes out. Let's hope he comes out in front of Richmond and holds Richmond up.
It's going to be close. Steve-O is on the front stretch. Where's Richmond? He's slowly coming out.
Yeah, I think he's got him. Let's see. It's going to be tight into the first corner. Richmond's got that.
Yeah, he's well out in front, but also a 5-second stop and go penalty as well.
Dino needs to pit on this lap. He won't know that he's got a 5-second stop go, so... which is interesting. Can he make those soft tyres last 19 laps?
Yeah, 19 laps to go. You know what? That's another feature I hope that they have. If not for 2018, maybe 2019 is like a more in-depth crew chief that tells you like, hey, so and so, like maybe before a race it lets you. Oh, yep, Dino going into the pits.
Let's go on board with Dino. Where's he going to come out? He was slow in those last 2 laps.
Yeah, looks like the super soft
seems to stay out.
Really ate him up.
Open. So he's losing places. Is he going to lose?
Yeah,
he wasn't that far behind. Oh, he's got a penalty.
He does have a penalty.
Dino had a penalty.
Wow.
That's going to push him. Khalif jumped him.
Yeah, Khalif jumped him. Where's Full Air? Is Full Air going to jump him?
Full Air's jumped
him.
He's going to be shouting at himself. He must have had a big penalty. And Mel's in the lead.
I didn't see a penalty, so I don't think there was no one else in the pits with him, so he didn't get held up. So
that was interesting.
TARDIS has retired from the race, and he just parked it on the front stretch.
Field quite spread out.
And now that's retired. Oh, his rear tire's gone. What happened? He must have hit TARDIS or something.
No. Oh no. Safety car, please. Safety car, please.
Please?
That's what we're all hoping for. And now just sitting on the back straight.
He's on the front stretch.
That's interesting that if he hit the TARDIS, he must have spun into him or something.
Well, because maybe he thought, oh, I'll just ghost right through him, and that was not the case.
Yeah.
And just the game did not cooperate.
I think with people leaving the lobby, there's not going to be a safety car.
No, I don't think so either.
Which is unfortunate. Dyno right on the back of full air on the medium tyres, Dyno on the softs.
Fresh softs, mind you, so a lot of grip, a lot of speed. Looking to the inside, beautiful overhead shot as they go down the straight where would be the second DRS. Oh, okay. So people in chat told me that they did not hit each other. So it looks like that Anel just hit the curbing wrong on the last corner and just spun out, crashed himself out.
He'll be shouting at himself then. It's weird to lose your rear tyre in a crash on the straight.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I'm just trying to figure out, watching Dyno as he goes on the inside, I'm trying to figure out like where did he crash? Is it a safety car?
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought I was going to crash into it now.
Yeah.
My heart sunk.
Around the outside, Dyno really pushing, really trying to get positions, and he does. But now he's a whopping 7 seconds behind Coley.
Richmond's 5-second penalty isn't going to really mean much. Now that he's 3 seconds ahead of Steve, he can extend that lead, I think.
So I'm looking at the stops, like how many stops, and it shows that Dyno hasn't pit. So that wouldn't make sense if he had a stop and go penalty. Northance is retired.
Northance is retired.
And he's out of the race too.
No.
Oh,
let's hope they don't restart the race.
I don't think so. I think if anything they'll call it now because it's past the halfway point. So if anything happens, they'll call it as it is. So now we have 9 drivers left. We'll start out as 14.
Pretty spread out.
Except, yeah, Dyno's gonna try to get rid of full air in a matter of seconds, hopefully in a matter of laps. But we're at the halfway point. Croman leading Den by 5 seconds, and then Richmond still good 4 seconds behind, but he's got a 5-second stop and go penalty to serve.
If he pits again, be interesting.
Actually, gonna take a look and see if Dyno had a penalty. No, it's only showing him with 2 warnings, so
that's interesting.
So I hope the game doesn't disqualify him because he absolutely did do a stop. So I think for the first time in FLATOUT racing history, we could very well have a finish with everyone gaining at least 1 position or finishing where they started.
Yeah, but I think Richmond's champion now, to be honest.
I don't think so, because with how the points are in this league, anything could happen. So only if Dyno would to crash and Richmond were to win, where it would be out of reach.
Yeah. Matty Shaw's getting in points in P10.
Actually, no, Matty Shaw won't be getting points because he left, so it counts as a DNF.
Feel very spread out. Crowman pits. He's already pitted. Crowman.
Someone retired and his car respawned on the finish line and I hit him. Oh, okay, so Anel replying in the chat that the TARDIS retired his car and then the game glitched, which popped and so that's what happened. So Croman going into the pits for the second time, so it's looking like a 2-stop here today.
Dyno is Dyno going to make a move on Croman? Croman runs massively wide and Dyno is going to gain that position.
Spins the tire, but I mean, it's not going to be for very much longer.
I think Croman is just up there flying. But it'll be interesting because Dengartis is on super soft, so I think he's going to have to pit again.
I think so too. But he's also got to serve that 5-second stop and go penalty.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you said who? Richmond's on super softs? No, Richmond's on
no,
softs.
Richmond's on softs.
Okay. I don't think there's anyone on supers.
Crowman down in P6, and if he wants to win this race, he's going to have to push. As he's going look for the inside on Dino.
If I was Dino, I would know that Crowman is a lot faster. I would let him pass me and then follow him on the straights, really kind of follow the faster line and try to get that drag to help catch him up to the car in front. You know, because he really needs to...
Oh, as they make contact. Dino does not want to give that position
No,
up.
he doesn't, but it's kind of
Crowman skips a gear. And again.
He has to be smart about this, you know. Let the faster guys pass. Don't race a guy who's clearly faster than you. Just follow him, try to figure out his line and his pace, and hopefully to follow him until you can catch up and pass Coley.
The bad thing is for Dino is the slipstream is not in effect, so
it is not. So all I really have is DRS, really, and that's and he may not even have it. It looks like by the time he comes to the
he should have it.
Finish line.
Well, time's increasing. Oh, he's lost it now, but it depends. I can't remember where the DRS zone is on this track. I think it's there, the first line. Yeah, he's lost it. Richmond's not far behind Dengartis. 2.7.
I really hope they fix that, man.
That penalty. Yeah. It spoils the good racing.
It really does. Because, I mean, a short race like this, like, it would have been so tight if, you know...
You could, you did make a move and then...
if we had the draft...
pulled away.
Yeah, because it's like... It's absolutely ridiculous.
Lead. Crowman is not 3 seconds in one lap faster. That's impossible. Especially with him being behind. It's just... I don't know. Cully's catching Steve-O a little bit. Deadly Jason in P9, 13 seconds off full air. Crowman's catching Cully.
10 laps to go. Crowman with a fast lap, 101.795.
I apologise to everyone, my phone's going off quite a lot.
Is Richmond going to pit though? He's actually kind of caught up in traffic.
I don't think he is, but the person... Richmond could still win this race. He needs to keep that 6-second gap to Steve-O, and Crowman just needs to back off. But Dengartis definitely has to pit again. There's no way he can do 15 laps on super softs, otherwise his tyres will fall off the cliff.
Oh no, that's just the tire glitch, because I'm on the detail, he's actually on mediums, and he's showing mediums on my screen, so yeah, that's just the tire glitch.
No, it's saying super softs for me for Dengartis.
No, it's showing mediums. It's showing mediums on his car and mediums on the tire thing as well. On the tire detail.
That's interesting.
Yep.
It's saying super soft on both for me.
Really? Wow. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with that he's on mediums because it would make sense. It would make sense for him to go on super softs. Codemasters, fix this game, please.
Even the commentators are having an argument about tyres.
I mean, this is tame for me. I've gone off a whole entire race about this game. Like a race, because there's nothing going on for the race I was commentating. So, me and my co-commentator, we were just like talking about how they need to fix the game and stuff.
Yeah. This game would have probably been the best game, I think, because it's so much more detailed. But if the glitches weren't in there, the glitches spoil it. Unfortunately for Codemasters.
It drives a lot of people away. It really does. Like it drove me away from racing the game. I'd commentate it now, but I can't. I can barely race it. Like it takes a lot of okay, I'm gonna sit down and play this game.
I still race as a Ferrari off the track, and that's full air. That's
that'd
interesting.
be full air in the layer in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can follow Dengatis for a little bit.
Yeah, I've been following him for a good chunk of time. I'm still trying to figure out that because Richmond's on the softs. I don't think he will make it. He may have to pit in a couple laps for super softs.
What lap did he pit? Maybe like lap 10? 12?
11, 12?
It's going to be close. It was 10, I think you're right.
It's going to be close. Because Croman had a pit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Richmond will... Richmond's in the pit.
Richmond's in the pit. Now he's going to have to serve his penalty. Dino needs to push. But he's going to go on super soft, so he should get that position back. Here we go, penalty. There's the penalty. Oh, it's horrible. It's agonizing.
5 long seconds.
And there he goes. Dino's jumped in. Cully's in the pits as well.
Now Vince Torres coming down the straight. Will he get in the mix? Will he end up passing?
He's not going to get Richmond.
He does jump Coley, but he won't get Richmond. So what Dino needs to do, he's got 7 laps to go. Does he stay out?
Oh, Vince Torres off. Vince Torres hitting the cones. He wants to go back to the old circuit. He's like, I've had enough of this one.
Yeah. Tired of this. But see, Dino's ahead of Richmond by 12 seconds. But Richmond's on those fresh super softs. You know he's going to be pushing, so...
7 laps to catch Dino. I think it'll be easy for him.
Unless if Dino just decides to go into the pits right now, but due to no slipstream and no draft...
Yeah.
But no, he's staying out. So, you know, we're going to be on board with Dino and kind of watch this interval kind of just... Looks like kind of slowly dwindle already, 10.9 seconds behind.
If you just continue while I just use the toilet?
Yeah, no problem. So 6 laps to go here in the Bahrain Short Grand Prix. Dino next door really just needs to push, but gotta be careful. He doesn't want to get a puncture too late in the race because that will definitely destroy his championship opportunities. He is 30 points down, I believe. Yes, he is. He's 30 points down from Richmond, so... Whew, man. 5 laps to go. It's going to be close. It's still anyone's race. Okay, so we know that Dino's got 2 warnings. Richmond served his 5-second stop-and-go penalty. But is he on the verge of any other penalties? No, just 1 warning, while Dino has 2. But my thing is that, looking at this, he clearly pit on lap 11 from super soft stops, but the game isn't giving him the stop. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys, that if it does disqualify him, he did absolutely pit. So the marshals will give him the spot back, and it's just the game glitching up, unfortunately. So 5 laps to go, coming up on 4 laps to go. Vince Torre gets around Cully. We're actually going to go down here for that battle. Finally, some type of battle. Cully pushing Vince Torre out. And looks like he's going to try to secure 6th place, but Vince still right behind him. Cully on fresh super softs. But Richmond is slowly closing in, 8.7 seconds behind. He goes through the ghost of Matty Shaw there. Now
I'm back. Are we on board with Richmond?
Yeah, now 8.4 seconds. Dino just needs to stay out for 4 more laps.
Vince Torre is catching Cully.
Actually, Cully just passed Vince Torre. They had a little bit of a battle, but Cully just made mincemeat of Vince Torre.
So the interesting one is Steve-O up into P2.
Yes, he's a solid 11.6 seconds behind. Croman in 3rd. What about Dino? It's going to be close now, 7.5 seconds. He's gaining, Richmond's gaining about a second a lap.
Yeah.
So as long as Dino kind of keeps this pace.
And he's still going to overtake. I think that Dino's going to be okay. Depending on if anybody's got penalties.
No, neither of them have penalties, so I mean, looking at the, I'm on board with Dino right now. Looking at his tires, you can see a clear line. You can see the graininess on one of the tires. As Croman, what happened to Croman?
Oh,
he's slowing way down. Like he stopped his car. Unless if, what is going on? Like he's not out of fuel. There's no way.
Interesting.
What happened there? So Croman, that's going to give Dino a podium, a potential podium.
Yeah. Is Richmond going to catch him? Oh, he's retired. And now he's stuck in the pits.
Wow.
Hopefully Full Air doesn't want to pit. He's on the back of Steve. Oh, Steve-O's. Full Air's being lapped. Let's just go back. So Crowman's leaving the... Oh, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know either. This has been a weird race. This whole entire night's been weird. As far as us like trying to deciphering like what on earth is going on. But we have 2 laps to go. Can Dino hold on to it? If he does finish ahead of Richmond, he will be down 28 points, which makes it a little bit better, I guess.
Yeah, I think he'll need to win Spa to have any chance.
He'll need to win Spa, and Richmond just have a terrible performance.
Yeah.
But I mean, Richmond.
For that to happen, they're gonna have to the likes of Northants, Crowman, and Dengatis are gonna have poor races, because I think they look a lot faster than Dino at the moment.
So Den Artist is coming across the start line now. We are on the last lap. We're going to ride it around with our leader.
And Richmond will not pass Dino unless Dino spins.
So we were hoping for a really tight, fast-paced race, but due to the slipstream glitch taken into effect, we've only... the racing kind of really dissipated. So, I mean, there's really only so much we can do with a, kind of a broken game. 8 drivers, though. Yeah. Deadly Jason's going to get a solid 8 place points finish. I'm sure he's happy about that.
Pretty boring races. Well, two boring races for Deadly Jason. Just keep practicing at the game, you'll get there.
Absolutely.
It does take time.
Den Artist going around the last corner, and he's going to celebrate.
Weave to the line.
So, Croman got blocked by Deadly and damages front wings.
Steve-O's hit the back of Full Air. Full Air is not letting him past. That's a bit rude. I know it's not going to cost position. But Full Air, and then he breaks on the line.
Nah, I don't know what that's about.
I don't get that from Full Air. And here comes Dino, still in the championship fight.
Yep, he's gained 2 points on Richmond.
Richmond he's still happy with that position.
Oh yeah, great damage control too. So Cully finished in 5th, and Vince Torre, solid finishes. And he finishes.
And the rest got lapped.
Yeah, so only 6 cars finished on the lead lap, but
well done to Dengatist.
Unlucky for
users
Croman.
that don't know about who Dengatist is, he's a leader. He's just not using his proper PlayStation name tonight. So we'll go through the grid. We got Dengatist winning. Apparently he made no stops, which is a lie. Then Steve-O, Dino, he made no stops. Richmond, Cully, Vince. Those are the only guys that finished on the lead lap. And then we have Deadly Jason, Full Air, Crowman, which did not finish. Which we really don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, well, here's what happened. I guess it says Croman got blocked by Deadly, and Croman's wings got damaged. So he just called it a night. He's like, "Screw this! I know I'm running. I know I'm running second, but I'm already pissed off." And so I mean, you have any final thoughts before we close the stream here tonight?
No, it was just great racing all around. It was fun to watch. I'm glad I could come and commentate. I hope I can continue if TARDIS lets me, which I'm sure he will. Congratulations to Northants and Dengartist. The championship battle still alive between Richmond and Dino. Can I see Dino taking it? It's a long shot, but anything can happen. It's F1 2017. It's impossible to say what the game's going to do to us.
Right, Richmond could disconnect. You know, like I said, anything can happen. So that's rounds 22 and 23 in the books, done for season 13 of Flat Out Racing. Join us next week, 10:15 GMT. That would be 5:15 Eastern Standard Time over in the States. 100% race, spot of Frankenstein in Belgium for the Belgian Grand Prix. Tune in.
And let's hope it's raining.
Yeah, let's hope it's raining. I'm the Zebra 94, along with Welsh 192. Good night. We will see you all next week.